Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Man, We're Too Old for This, here on the Nerd Eternal Network. I'm your host, the experience of some call Jason, and with me today is...
DDL113.
And the Todd Father.
And today we're going to talk about calls for Marvel to essentially cancel the Punisher. You've got some folks that want Marvel to get rid of the book, I guess get rid of the character.
Yeah, they want to get rid of the character and the logo.
Yeah, the logo was what I know was a big thing. Todd, give us the breakdown on where this is coming from.
Past about a year, both Killer Cops and the Proud Boys, which is basically like saying Bruce Wayne and Batman, have taken to wearing the Punisher's logo on they'll put it on their cars. They got Punisher patches. They basically co-opted the logo, and after the events of January 6th, there are a lot of calls now for a lot of pressure on Marvel for them to basically retire the character and the logo. So it's typical American symbolism over substance. Let's keep the racist Killer Cops and Proud Boys, but get rid of this Punisher logo and character.
Yeah,
So,
there's a French
to quote
comment.
George Carlin, let's ban the toy guns and keep the fucking real ones.
Yeah, I want to say there was a French comic, or French comic character, Pepe the Frog, that kind of the same thing happened with. I forget I forget who was co-opting him and what they were actually using him for, but it was like an anti-defamation league that went after him.
Yeah, the Punisher thing hadn't gotten that deep yet. It's basically the Twitter mob. Yeah, it's kind of SJW.
It's that, like I've used the phrase before, let's throw the baby out with the bathwater. How about you pour out the bad bathwater and keep the baby? They have nothing to do with each other as they happen to be in the same spot.
Yeah, it's completely insane. But like I told a friend of mine, it's easier to confront the fictional Punisher than it is to confront your racist uncle.
No,
Yeah, it's because you ain't got good sense. For most people, they don't want to confront their racist uncle
Or some stranger that's got a gun,
Yeah. Well, hell, even when they don't have a gun, hell, it's just literally that kind of, I know this cat's a bigot, but since I'm not on the menu, I don't give a damn. I kind of look at it and go, it's a damn shame that he or she is like that, but there's no real threat of them hurting me, so I have more of a live and let live thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you find out you're on the menu, now it's time to freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what the insurrection in DC kind of showed people.
Yeah. That's what that's all about. But yeah, this is an offshoot of that, to where they go, when they've done this, they finally gone too far. So basically all the murdered children and innocent people and women into sleep and all that was fine. It's bad, but no calls for it then, but my God, they attacked the Capitol. Now it's time to freak the hell out.
But not all the people that did it. Let's just go with some logo they co-opted.
Yeah. Let's just go with the logo that they wore.
So has Marvel made any statement about this?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was Marvel, the company, but I know one of the main artists or writers for Marvel made a comment that if they knew anything about the history of the character, they wouldn't have picked that logo to wear, because the Punisher's not about that kind of thing.
Well, the thing is, to the writer's credit, hell, this has been like maybe 6 months ago. You had the Punisher in the comic confront cops and go, "Why the hell are you wearing my symbol? I'm not about justice. I'm basically a serial killer. if you are about justice, you should be wearing Captain America's symbol because he's about justice and hope. I represent the failure of the system, and truthfully, I want to shoot you for basically being like me.
Yeah.
Because I know what you're up to. I know why you're doing that, and if it's really all I can do not to pump a few into you instead of trying to talk to you. You've had John Barenthal basically come out and go, why the hell are people wearing the Punisher symbol, and basically call the folks wearing it pieces of shit.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say.
Hell, that was hell a year ago.
Well, that writer or person that was on the book that was making the statement here just a day or so ago, Barenthal came out and took that guy's tweet and reiterated, is like, look, I enjoyed playing the character, but if anybody knew anything about the character or paid attention, that's not what he's about. And if you go back and look at the old school Punisher, he didn't kill cops. He may shoot them in the knee or something to get away from them. He didn't kill, people that were in some side of, of power here in the States as far as, like legality. He might wound them or disable them. But he didn't go around killing the innocent. These folks
the part that appeals to these people, though, is the fact that he kills who he wants to kill.
Yep.
That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, they are taking the wrong message away from them.
No, they took what they wanted because here's the thing, and we're going into what I've seen a lot of people go into, is everybody starts to defend the character. The character's not what's fucked up.
It's the
people are fucked up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The character is this, but they're only seeing what, like you said, what they want to see.
Because the people are fucked up.
The Punisher will smoke a criminal like a pack of cools, and he knows that he has killed somebody, and he's guilty of that. He has no problem with that. Problem is, the people that are proudly wearing this symbol now think, oh, the people I'm killing are criminals, and they're not. They're innocent. But yet, to them, hey, no, I've done the right thing.
The people they're killing
is wrong.
Are just who they want to kill.
Yeah, that's all it is.
When you shoot in Tamir Rice's case, they killed him in less than 2 seconds. The car had stopped. 1.8 seconds is not long enough to issue a command, so he was given no command. They rolled up on the child, shot him, did not attempt any kind of aid. No. They killed who they wanted to kill because they wanted to kill him.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that they like as far as the connection to the Punisher is the fact that the Punisher is a murderer, and so are they.
Yeah. And that's the problem with them going, oh, yeah, such as,
Yeah. And the trick is, if you had half the push to get rid of their ass that you got to get rid of the Punisher, you might actually fix something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it's like, I can't remember if it was you that said it or somebody else that I saw, for the people that are having this big freak out about it, it's easier to get rid of a fictional character than it is the real problem.
Yeah. And it's the typical symbolism over substance. You watch the cops slowly choke a man to death over 8 minutes, and the response was, well, let's get rid of Uncle Ben and Aunt Jemima.
Yeah. Well,
because that fixed something.
Well, it's like the whole Confederate flag thing. I've argued with people before, that's Robert E. Lee's battle flag. That's not the Confederate, stars and bars. There is a difference. People, no. I'm like, read the history book.
They don't care about the history, though.
Yeah, they don't care about the history. They just see the symbolism, and it's like, you got the wrong symbol.
No. That's the symbol the civil rights folks were using during civil rights. That's the symbol those people want to be using.
Yeah. But I'm saying,
they may be calling it by the wrong name, but
yeah, the people that are using it want to use that one. But what I'm saying is, you're gonna call it this. How about getting your facts straight?
But though there were some of the insurrectionists wearing Captain America stuff, because Neil Kirby, Jack Kirby's son, has gone off about it.
Yeah,
and that's the trick is There, if you were going to get rid of stuff, there was a whole lot of stuff there. Because if you're going to go, well, they were carrying the Punisher symbol. Well, they were carrying the Confederate flag. They were carrying the American flag. There were people wearing Captain America things. There were people there with fucking swastikas. There's a whole lot of fucking symbols there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The problem ain't the symbol, it's the fucker wearing it.
Yeah.
Do something about that shit.
Yeah.
You want to make the world a better place, do something about that fucker.
Well, talking about symbols, you have had two people that have been identified. I can't remember their names, but they were both Olympians and had won gold medals.
Yeah.
And one of them is wearing
The Olympic jacket. Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? People have had their gold and silver medals removed for a lot less than that. How about taking those away from them? Because that is not.
John Carlos and Tommy Smith got theirs removed just because they raised their fist on the podium.
Yeah. And it's like, hey, the Olympics is about world peace, finding a way to get along and showing that, hey, we don't have to be, hateful to each other. And you got some American Olympian that goes in there and does that. It's like, no, you don't need your gold medals. You lost.
Well, the trick is, but again, it's the person.
Yeah.
It's I could go, well, maybe this will make America confront, its real fucking problem, but I don't have no faith in that at all.
No, this is so that the Twitter warriors can feel like they did something if they can bully a company.
Yeah. They say, oh yeah, we got him to nix the Punisher. And you still got cops running around shooting women in their sleep, and people in the driver's seat, and the passenger seat, and minding their own damn business and sitting on in their own apartment in their boxes eating ice cream. My thing is, hell, if you ain't pissed off by now, just say it.
Yeah.
And if that's the best you can come up with, I know what we'll do. That cop, when he came in there and, shot that child, he was wearing a Punisher symbol. We'll take the Punisher off of him, and then everything will be fixed. No, it won't. Fix the fucking problem.
Yeah.
This is more political than I ever wanted this show to go, but hell, let's just be honest. Back during George W. Bush's term, the FBI said all levels of law enforcement have been infiltrated by white nationalists. That's the fucking problem.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of dealing with it,
let's go do some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Let's go play Black Lives Matter on the street, which means now I can get killed on the street that says Black Lives Matter on it. Joey.
Well, the government, the folks in the government felt safe, so it wasn't really that big a deal.
Right.
Now they probably don't feel as safe.
Yeah. Yeah. Last Wednesday showed, no, you're not, this problem that we've been screaming about for, God knows how long. Yeah, they finally decided to touch you, and now it's a social problem.
Yeah.
Well,
they've been screaming about it for like 12 to 20 years, if it was back during Bush's run.
Yeah, they talked about then. Black people have been talking about systematic racism and the system's corrupt and it's this and it's what the hell like I was telling Danny earlier, hell, the woman that got shot, I actually got into it with her on social media back during the George Floyd thing, and she said, and I quote, that if you're not doing something, the cops don't hurt you. I would pay to have that written on her tombstone. Well, if you wasn't doing something, the cops wouldn't have hurt you.
Oh, wait, she was. She broke a window and was illegally climbing through.
She had broke into federal property and was basically attacking someone, and he shot her. Mm.
Well, now, give the woman credit. She died trying to prove her point of view.
But yeah, but the thing is, now you got people online talking about say her name. No. You notice, I ain't saying her name even now, because unlike Breonna Taylor was asleep. This bitch was basically assaulting a federal government installation. You're supposed to get shot in that shit.
There's not a country in the world that they're not supposed to pull the guns on you when you pull that.
Hell, the fact that hell they had the complexion for the connections, the reason why I ain't a whole hell of a lot more than dead. Because hell, only thing you got to do is look at that rally that Al Sharpton had and you had the whole damn cast of G.I. Joes surrounding them in full tactical gear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there ain't no way in hell.
Well, it's like on Facebook, this guy I saw was from France, and he goes, "It's like the American government has not read history. We had a whole thing happen back," and he rattles off the date when the politicians weren't taking, the citizens into, consideration. If you need a name, Marie Antoinette, and it's like, yep, pretty much. And it's like, they thought they were untouchable, and then you find out, wait a minute, they can get to us. That's
No,
when everything kind of
no,
changed.
no. Louis and Antoinette were worried about getting touched pretty much the entire revolution, even before it got violent. They were worried about it getting violent. And the trick, if you look at the French Revolution, is you kept having governments get turned over. In the beginning, it was the Paris mob doing it a lot, which is kind of the situation we have here, which is kind of a mob of folk. But it was because the mob would literally clamp on to any conspiracy theory, and let me tell you, in that time period, the French loved them some conspiracy theories. And anytime somebody didn't immediately fix something, conspiracy theory, then we overthrow them, they go to the guillotine. Oh, our generals are losing? Clearly they're part of a conspiracy. Lop a losing general's head off. It went really crazy.
Hey, give it a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from a historical standpoint, I'm very curious to watch the next few months.
Yeah.
We get to record these from the bunker.
The tricky is, anytime mob action didn't work, then you got to sit there and see how bad the government would overreact in response. Which is also something I'm curious to see. But we're getting a bit away from, nitwits wanting to get rid of the Punisher. But, I mean, not that I care, I'm not a Punisher fan, but
A fan of the Punisher, but I am less enamored of symbolism over substance.
Mm-hmm.
It got on my nerves during the summer, so I ain't got nothing left. When they would go, oh, we'll take Aunt Jemima off the pancake box, and and Uncle Ben off the rice. Well, we'll take Gone with the Wind off of HBO Max long enough to put get over it. Get over it. Fix the damn police. You can have all the fucking Gone with the Wind movies you want.
Mm-hmm.
When I get in my car to drive somewhere, I don't sit there and go, sweet God, I hope I don't run into Rhett Butler or Scarlett O'Hara. I ain't thinking about Gone with the fucking Wind. At all.
Yeah, you're just worried about getting from point A to point B safe and sound.
Yeah.
And
not getting murdered and having my damn name dragged through the fucking mud.
Yeah.
Because they want to let off the son of a bitch that killed me. That's the shit that I worry about. I don't worry about Punisher logos or none of that shit. I don't see a Punisher logo and go, oh, sweet God, it's a Pride Boy. I look at the Punisher logo and go, hey, geek. That's
yeah.
It ain't the logo, it's the fucking person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fix the person. That's all of it. I've never been one that you'll never hear me complain about the Confederate flag. I don't give a shit. Personally, I like it when the trash self-identifies. Well, I do.
Yeah.
The Confederate flag to me has always been big fat green flies flying in a spot in your yard. And you go, oh, pile of dog shit up under it. That's exactly the way I look at the Confederate flag. You put it on your truck, I know it's a piece of shit driving it. You fly it over your house, I know it's a bunch of shit in there. I appreciate it. Oh, I know you ain't worth a damn from jump. I don't even have to wait for you to open your mouth. Sweet. Fly it proudly. I like the scum out in the open. Oh, look, this is me self-identifying. Thank you for that.
That's about the only good thing the current president has done is he lifted the rock off and made the roaches feel comfortable enough to come out and go, here we are.
So people couldn't deny they weren't there anymore. Which had been a thing.
The trick is, if you were black, Trump ain't done shit. That's the benefit of not having that be an actual worry something that you have to think about daily is, yeah, Trump ain't done shit.
I'm white, and I don't feel like he's done shit.
It's,
But I'm not a 2 and 1%er, so
yeah.
if you're that kind of rich, yeah, he probably helped you out somehow or another. But
then, you don't live in denial. The thing about Trump is that he's a revelation for people that were living in denial.
Yeah.
Oh, everything's fair. Shit ain't fair. It ain't never been fair.
Yeah, it never been. It's like Carlin said, the game is rigged. It's a party that you ain't invited to.
Yeah, and it's that's literally like, and you catch people. Well, he did this because of Trump. Unless Trump is 402 years old, it ain't him.
No. And taking away a comic book character and the comic book character symbol is not
going to fix
what the
anything.
problem is.
But it's something they can do on Twitter without making any real effort.
Yeah.
And isn't them feeling like they've done something really the important thing?
Yeah, and it'll be. See, we've struck a blow against racism and toxic masculinity because, let's be honest, they looking at the Punisher as toxically masculine. They ain't giving a fuck about the Proud Boys and none of the rest of that shit. That's it. It's look, it's a man. Give it. They'll retire him 6 months later. They'll put a female one in there and the same shit. It'd be different. Oh, see, she took this symbol of violence and turned it in. No. Save that shit. Fix the Proud Boys. Get rid of the Boogaloo Boys.
But the Todd father called it today.
Yeah. Fix that shit. The problem is you let the fucking Proud Boys run loose. You let murdering cops kill innocent people and walk. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And now they're getting bold enough to go after the government.
Fix the people. You can have any damn thing you want to. It's not the media that's got people fucked up. It's not the president's got people fucked up. It's the people's fucked up. The fucked up people gave you the fucked up president.
Yeah.
Because they voted him in. Some say twice. Hell, even losing, he got 70-some million votes. It's the people. The people are fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my rant. Keep the Punisher, lose the bigots.
Yep.
That's really the whole episode summed up.
Yeah.
Well, all right then. For any of y'all out there, if you've got an opinion on this, and most everybody's probably going to have a strong opinion one way or the other, but we'd love to hear it either way. You can hit us up at thenerdeternal@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Just get on there and search for the Nerd Eternal. You'll find us.
Hit the like button. We never asked people to hit the like button.
Yeah, we did keep reading that. Like, subscribe. I think there's a little bell you can hit on YouTube.
Yep, there you
go. If you're listening to the podcast, hit whatever sites you can. It's not Apple Podcast anymore. Or no, it's not iTunes anymore. It's Apple Podcast. We could always use, preferably a 5-star review, but, whatever you think we deserve. But,
if you decided that CDL 113 actually is the droid you were looking for, anything like that.
Yeah.
Well, if you've decided that, I should warn you he's married.
Say that again.
He said if you decide that, I should warn you he's married.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that'll wrap us up for today. We'll see y'all next time. I was your host, The Experience of Some Call Jason, and with me today was...
CDL 113, the married droid.
That was creepy. And the Todd father.
And we'll see y'all next time.